Hi, I'm Brittany B, the RD. This week I'm going to be talking about a research article that was published in the Journal of Gastroenterology on Monday, actually. And this article was called "A Diet Low in Red and Processed Meats Does Not Reduce the Risk of Crohn's Disease Flares." So since red and processed meats increase the risk for colon cancer, I typically recommend limiting red and processed meats to once a month or maybe even less often than that. So I found this headline pretty intriguing, and so I wanted to just share my thoughts about it with you guys. Just in case you're not sure what constitutes as red meat, that would include things like beef, lamb, and pork. And then processed meat would be things like bacon, sausage, and lunch meats. So the IBD Partners is an internet-based research study with IBD patients that we should all be a part of. And they conducted this research study that I'm going to be talking about today. So researchers wanted to know whether consuming red and processed meats increased the risk for a moderate or severe flare, increased the need for surgery, or the need for changing medication. So approximately 215 participants were enrolled in the study, and about half of them were assigned to consume 2 or more servings of red or processed meats per week, and then the other half were assigned to consume no more than 1 serving per month. And they were all followed for 49 weeks. So 62% of the high red and processed meat eating group ended up having a flare over the 49 weeks versus 42% of the low red and processed meat eating group. But it's important to note that this difference was not significant. So what's the bottom line? So this is just one research study, so I think we definitely need a lot more evidence before we can definitively say that consuming red and processed meats won't lead to an increased risk of flares or need for surgeries in individuals with Crohn's disease. I also wonder if the researchers broke the participants up based on the different types of Crohn's disease that they had, whether that would actually change the results. For instance, maybe red and processed meat consumption doesn't make a huge difference for individuals with Crohn's disease who have inflammation in their ileum, but maybe it does make a huge impact on individuals with Crohn's disease with inflammation in the colon. The other thing is that in public health studies where they just compare different diets, there's almost never a big difference between frequent red and processed meat eaters versus occasional red and processed meat eaters. The biggest difference is typically between red and processed meat eaters in general and vegetarians, or those who consume mainly a plant-based diet. So I think it would be really interesting for there to be a research study on comparing Crohn's disease patients who eat red or processed meats 2 or more times a week versus vegetarians, and their risk for flares and surgery and changing their medications. So those are basically my thoughts on this research study, but now I'd love to hear from you guys. So let me know in the comment box below what your thoughts are. That's it for now, but I'll see you guys next time. Bye!